my dear Sagittarius. This is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to the channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a pick a card reading up. Why are they acting so strange? For the full members to this channel, and the reading, how and when will things change and go my way again? It's up for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I use the light SEER'S tarot for the readings part, and I will start shuffling your cards. When I'm opening your deck here, I see the Queen of Swords together with the Five of Swords. So it seems like we are silently judging each other in this relationship. One is looking at the other as, are you going insane? And the other person is thinking, yeah, maybe I'm going insane, but I'm right. And I know it. And I feel humiliated. I feel like you did me wrong, but I can't figure out exactly what or how. So I'm thinking one person feels very hurt and the other person can't really live into their situation of feeling hurt. It's just, they just seem difficult for them. I call the divine with love and light. So if we are not the one feeling the pain, it can be hard for us to live into the other person's pain. We might feel that they are just acting ridiculous, over-dramatic, overbearing, while this person is almost, perishing from their pain. And since we are not feeling it, what's the problem? So we can be we can have very little insight in another person's psyche or what's going on with them or how they feel. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. So the person that doesn't feel heard and understood and is almost perishing underneath the weight of this pain is, of course, not wanting to have it. They want to do revolution. They want to make the other person see, or they want them to feel pain as well. Want to shake them into, you need to understand what's going on or what I'm going through. Okay. 6 elements. The wheel, Knight of Swords. So if this is you, you also need to recognize that this might be how all your relationships end up in this kind of tug of war, because we are feeling a lot of pain that doesn't have to be from this actual relationship. It can be a projection from some old trauma, karma, drama. And we are being a tad bit self-destructive when we are bringing this into our relationships, the unsolved. It's like we are dragging in a corpse in the living room and laying it on the carpet and saying, hey, what about this? And the other one is like the Queen of Swords, just saying, hey, couldn't we let it just be buried? It's dead, nothing we can do. Okay, but it might not be dead, it's just dormant and full of pain. Okay, so some archetype of us that has been lost and it's craving to come back, but it's hard to make other people understand our pain. So it's more crucial that we understand ourselves and try to deal with this in sane ways. So either this is you or it's the other person. We'll see what the advice will be, but we both need to communicate ourselves, but also take responsibility, because we might be half right and the other person is half right. So no point in turning over the world just because of this. Learn to voice your concerns, but also be acutely aware that you might have been kind of over dramatizing this, or making it, dragging it, making it bigger, like the proportion is not right. It has become like growing out of proportion, we can say. Okay, I will tune in for a few seconds to you, the person most on your mind, and what this person wants to happen between you two. So, this is the most likely action and the evolution of the relationship. And this is the 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Devil, Two of Swords. This is how it feels for a person. Let's say that you have an ant, not a little insect, but your mother's sister, that constantly calls you and complains about the family, and that they don't visit her enough, they don't love her, and last time your mother said this and said that and said this and said that. Then this is you not wanting to pick up your aunt's call. This is you wanting to live, a spectacular, amazing life, and then your aunt calls. And this is how you view this aunt, that she is like stuck in a land of shadows. She's seeing the worst in everyone, being very tormented because of her own thoughts. So we try to be very diplomatic. We say only half of what we think about this situation. We say, oh, that's really pity, and have you talked to them about it? But you don't say, hey, I think you have deep problems. I think you need to maybe talk out your childhood issues with my mother together with someone that's more competent than me. The whole situation make us feel awkward because we get stuck in between like this half crazy person that we also like, and we don't want them to suffer, we don't want them to feel fear or pain, and we wish we could relieve them from this trauma that they are carrying around. But we also feel for our mother in this case, that has dealt with this person their whole life. And this is a little bit what I'm seeing with this person dealing with you, okay, to be honest, okay. But it can be in the other way around, so you can be totally free from responsibility here. I'm joking, of course, but sometimes it's harder to see a problem in someone else than to see it in ourselves, and we get upset if someone tells us. That's why this person is not, they are being diplomatic and not telling us that we are acting a little bit crazy. So they're like, I understand, and really they want to say something else. And here we see the Page of Swords with the 5 of Pentacles, Hierophant, 4 of Swords. This is the part of us where we want to tell the aunt that what we see, because we think it would actually help, but we know they're going to get pissed off. And in the same time, we feel sad and squeezed because I'll try to interpret this emotion. I feel this when I'm dealing with a person that I love, but they are going down a road that's very self-destructive, and I can't do much about it. I feel helpless because they are not listening to me. But actually this person has a key here, so probably they could come and tell you more of the truth that they are seeing. But the question is if you would be able to accept it. And then we have the Hierophant, and that's, wanting everyone to be in a big family and just hug it out. And then 4 of Swords. I'm feeling like I'm being manipulated, like someone is playing my heartstrings and want me to get over to their side and see the world in their point of view. But I see the world in my own point of view, and I don't agree. But it's almost like I'm forced to agree with the insanity that's going on. So maybe this is how you feel about your person, or this is how they feel about you. It can sometimes be in the reversed. And this is their intentions. Ace of Wands, that's usually spiritual growth and how they feel for you. Ace of Pentacles, they want to give this a chance. They are ready to put in work to grow together with you. And this is how they view you. King of Pentacles, so that's Capricorn, as is the Devil, but The King of Pentacles shows that they believe that you are, like, they see the good sides with this aunt as well. Like, that this person took care of them when they were little. They took them to the park. They were better than their mother because they gave them ice cream. And they were the one that we could run to when we felt a lot of pain. So they feel for you as if you are, they see you as a person that's competent, mature, that has a lot of, you know, amazing good qualities. It's just that sometimes, you know, our insane fear shows its ugly face. And it's not ugly per se, it's just ugly because it's distorted. It's distorted out of pain. Our pain is real, but it probably doesn't come from the situation that we think that they come from. We might be correct about where they originated, but how we take care of it from when it originated until now is probably not 100% helpful or healthy. So, for example, we can hate someone that did us wrong, but the only thing that gives to us is bitterness in our lives. Or we can refuse to do something because once we got robbed, so we're never going to get out again. So that's only, you know, the robber won, you know, they were able to really steal something from us, and that was our freedom. And it's not sane. Our decision about the pain isn't sane. The pain is real. The trauma was real, but how we're dealing with it can sometimes be a little bit, it's not helpful. Okay. And this is how they view the relationship. Page of Wands. They feel like it's very interesting. It's an adventure. It's not everyday, you know, things. It's more exciting. We have both the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, so it shows a lot of, like, this person feels like I could grow in this situation. I can learn a lot. This is new for me. This is like an amazing opportunity. And what they would want to have happen is Six of Wands. So it's success. They want a successful relationship, a good relationship. They want to be loved by you, to be celebrated by you. They also feel like you're putting them in a very, like you're putting all the lights on them, making them feel very special. So they feel happy. It's just a little bit worry about the crazy talk. It's not crazy talk per se. It's you in this case. If this person is telling the truth, it's you processing pain in a little bit bitter, fearful way. And there's better ways to deal with it. More hands-on, a little bit more mature, a little bit more problem solving oriented towards solving problems instead of just pointing them out. Okay. And the most likely action, another ace. We have ace, ace, ace here. So it definitely feels like a new beginning for you in this relationship. But then we have Four of Cups. They want this, but what they have seen is making them a little bit worried. Just a tad bit worried. With this, what's coming up with you, King of Pentacles, like sometimes you're totally sane, totally mature, like a real rock to lean on, and sometimes that's not the case, and you know, they see your shadow and they know that they can't talk to the shadow won't take the reasons. It's so stuck in this with bitterness and seeing things in a very like one way, can't see it in any other way. So when they're dealing with that part, they're getting a little bit insecure. If this is going to work out all right. And then we have the Eight of Swords. So failing to tell you. Nine of Pentacles. Well, if they fail to tell you, you can't solve it. And it seems like they at some point would start to feel like it would be better to be single. Like it's nice to have your love and your attention and you make them feel amazing. But if it's too much problems, they rather choose to be single, is what I'm seeing there. Okay, so we'll clarify. with third of sexual magic. So clarifying the Ace of Wands, and we have the Nine of Wands. No one wants to be treated badly, and sometimes we can end up feeling as if the other person, like we love them, but they don't have our best interest at heart. And I feel like both of you can start to feel like this, but it's also what will make you grow. So if you can grow past that and start to communicate in ways that will make you find your way back to each other, then this actually have potential for real growth. And this is how their emotions towards you. We have the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups here as well. It's like they had good hope for your relationship, but now they are starting to see like that there's more problem than what they thought. So maybe this is a new relationship, and in the beginning we show, our best qualities, and eventually we will start to show our less than favorable sides, and this might have started to make this person feel like, uh-oh, okay. King of Pentacles, clarification, how they view you. Ten of Swords. As a person that, have all these great qualities, but also have a great trauma, like you have a big trunk that you're carrying around with a lot of pain, and it's making them feel, a lot of their pain and wanting to run away from this or escape. So it's not easy, if we're traumatized, we are traumatized, and whenever we get close to someone and our heart is starting to open up, of course the pain will come as well. But if we can communicate our pain in ways that's not threatening or blaming towards the other person, that kind of intimacy can actually make the relationship grow more. But as soon as we start to blame the other person, like, I don't trust you, you make me feel less than loved, then we become enemies and we're not on the same page anymore. So it's important to voice our concerns, but in ways that keeps that loving bubble, if possible. Okay. Page of Wands, how they view the relationship. Two of Pentacles. They want to get close to you, but they don't know if they dare to. There's like this beautiful mirage here, or the beautiful person, but then it's a minefield around this person. So they want to, do amazing things with you, kiss you, take you on the movies, take you out and eat, but they don't know if it's going to be like what's going to happen, that there might come big drama out of this. Clarifying the Six of Wands, and it's the Moon. So they can understand how you feel. They feel the same way too about certain things. So it's not that they are not able to understand your point of view. Just they want to live a good life, a happy life. They don't want to dwell about, the bad things. Bad things will come anyway without us making it like the big religion in our life, the thing that we talk about, the thing that we spend time with processing, the things we, think of, talk of, try to solve. Like everything becomes about the problems. The problems are there anyway, and it can make the relationship a little bit bittersweet whenever we are able to overcome a problem and discuss it and move on. But if it becomes everything, if it becomes like everything circles around these problems, then they can't feel happy. And this person wants to feel happy, because in other case they risk becoming depressed. And then, when they're depressed, life becomes blue and gloomy, and they don't want to go there. So they say, please don't drag me down. And here we have the Ace of Cups, clarification. Queen of Pentacles. And we have the King of Pentacles here. So this person says they can easily begin to worship the ground that you walk on. Okay, they feel like you're a good match. That there's a lot of things with you that is just love. Clarifying the Four of Cups, Three of Swords. Just that there's a lot of pain that they didn't have. They didn't expect. That everything should revolve around this problem or this pain or this difficulty. They feel like you're dragging them down. Okay. Clarify the wheel, and we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, the same card as there. They think we can do, like, we can make a positive out of our life if we focus on what's successful and what's making us happy instead of what making us unhappy. So we can repeat the great cycles instead of repeating the negative ones. Clarifying the Eight of Swords. We have the 8 strength here. So either they just say nothing and just, you know, end this with you or become singles. But with the strength card, it's as if they are taking the battle and trying to convince you to see things in other ways. Empress, because you're so much worth to them. So I'm seeing 2 different outcomes here. Some will just say, oh, this is too much for me, I can't take this drama, and they will find an exit. And for others, they will think that this is worth it, and they will take the battle with you to try to make you see that certain things you do are self-destructive. Like this big snake here, it's about healing, but it can also, you know, be really dangerous with this in your paradise garden. But you're worth it. So some of your partners will make this choice. Okay. So see an advice card for them. And it's Ocean. Go with the flow and flow with the glow. So it seems as if they could be the beacon on this ocean that could keep the relationship sane. So you need to listen to them a little bit and try to accuse them a little bit less, and see if you can come to a point where you can trust them just a little. If you can't, it's better to break up, because then the person isn't worth your time or your attention. If they're not worthy, they are not worthy. But if you think that they are worthy, if you feel like the communication that you have together can be very healing, and that the time you spend together is valuable, you don't want to be without them, and try to see if you can let them guide you instead of trying to guide them into, like, look, this is the problem, that is the problem, this is the problem. Try to see if you can adapt a little bit more their point of view, and maybe you will both be able to heal your trauma by bringing it up in the relationship and having them telling their view, but also taking in a new view, which can be very liberating. This is the advice for you. We have Celebrity. Shine like the star that you are. And I think that's true, because you're belittling yourself if you're making yourself out to be the victim, and if you are making a very negative, like a very positive event into a negative one because you're getting scared. Shine like the star you are. You are a beautiful, big, wise, experienced soul. Calm down. Know that you can take care of yourself whatever happens. This person isn't, you know, everything for you. It can feel like that, but you are everything for you. As long as you have yourself, you are fine. Okay. But see if you can take in a new perspective and get over this acute fear, and kind of enjoy the relationship instead of making it into a big fat problem. Okay. So I would urge you to watch the love reading for February and January to get more information about this relationship. You can also order readings, distance healing, and past life regression sessions at my webpage, tarot.com.se. And please share my videos on your social media to let more people know about them. Also like the videos to show YouTube that you want to see more readings from me in your feed. And of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get noticed when I'm posting a new video. Thank you in advance also for watching this far. Take care of yourself and stay blessed. Bye for now.